How you doing, everybody? I want you to think about what you believe the future of the automobile is going to be in America. When you do this, I bet you're going to think electronic vehicles like Tesla. You're going to think Google self-drive cars. But more than likely, you're also going to be thinking about hydrogen fuel cell vehicles because they're in the paper and they're out there. Now, fuel cells are pretty cool. They're small and compact. They're easily refillable. They work with existing technologies. The technology itself has actually been around since the battery. It's almost 100 years, the idea of how a fuel cell works. And they work with multiple different types of fuel types. So when you think green, you can't think much different. So the idea is that hydrogen is not necessarily the best idea. Elon Musk made a statement recently and he said, hydrogen fuel cells are bullshit. That shocked a lot of people. Toyota even did their own YouTube video disputing it, running a hydrogen fuel cell vehicle off methane and hydrogen is created from bullshit. I thought it was pretty good. All right, but he might be right. Hydrogen today, while it is the most prevalent element in the universe, on Earth, it's connected to all sorts of other stuff. The energy you take to separate it out and use it usually is more than the hydrogen can generate all on its own to begin with. That doesn't make a lot of sense. We talk about natural gas, propane, all those other things. They're all connected to the petroleum industry, the very thing we're trying to separate ourselves from. So why would we do that? The whole idea is to be independent. So, what is renewable, diverse, and resistant to natural disasters? Plants. Farmers made their own fuel from the 1940s to run their tractors on because it was too far to get fuel. It was only after the 1950s, after we had high generations of fuel, that farmers started using gasoline because it was cheaper. Otherwise, they took the soybeans, the peanuts, whatever they had, they made oil, and they stuck it in the tractor and they ran it. This is not new. This technology is ancient, but it's also renewable. You can't exactly attach a wind turbine to your Prius and send it down the road. So, the food industry wants you to think that this is going to drive the cost of your bread and your beer up. Now, the beer scares me more than the bread, so however, I have a hard time with that since it's been $20 billion a year paying farmers not to farm. What the heck is that for? All right? If anybody remembers George Bush II, he created and instituted the E85 program. And that program created the infrastructure that we use today. Everything that we use to transport gasoline is already in place. So think beyond this. Fuel cells that are the size of a suitcase, replacing OTR trucking and diesel engines and locomotives with fuel cells that run on alcohol or biodiesel. Folks, pay attention to the future because it's coming fast. Thank you.